Welcome to Compai's Expat channel, Everything Expat. Today I'm back in the studio with Manuel, and we decided to do a video podcast about what would you want to know if you're going to get into the rental market overseas. And what I think is the most important is the same thing that Manning thinks is the most important. And what is the most important thing?
Well, my friends, the most important thing about this is the location. Location is the top notch of everything here.
Okay, so let's use where we're from in the Dominican Republic, Sosua in the Dominican Republic. We're on the north coast in a town called Sosua. I think the most important thing is to be as close to the beach as possible.
Correct.
Every tourist town has that one thing that's the anchor. And down here in the Caribbean, it's all about beaches.
So yes, the most important thing here, as John has mentioned you, is location. Because for example, you can save a lot of money. For example, if you're just in the center, you don't have to pay for taxes. Everything is walking distance. And yeah, saving up couple $30 per day, maybe $50 per day is it's a good thing, right?
You know, that's a real good point, Manny, because if you have a rental income, a rental property, and if your clients have to rent a car, their price per night, their stay just got more expensive. Yeah. You want to bring their cost of doing business down as far as you can. In Sosua, where's that sweet spot?
The sweet spot is El Batey, just in downtown Sosua. For example, you can go till, let's say, Playa Chiquita, maybe. And yes, Playa Chiquita is a bit further, but it helps. So maybe it will be like, I don't know, 15 minutes walk to the beach. Well, at least in Playa Chiquita, you have a beach over there as well, you know? So maybe guests are looking to go at that beach.
Playa Chiquita is a nice little beach. It's a nice local beach.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't have that strong tourist market like Playa Alicia does or Playa Sosua.
Yeah.
You know. But if you're going to draw, what I like to say is if you draw a rectangle that starts, one side of the rectangle is the ocean.
Yeah.
The other side is the highway.
Yeah.
And then let's finish this rectangle by the beach. And I like saying right around where Club Residential is.
Yes.
That's the sweet spot for the most rental income, because it's all about rental income per night.
Yeah. And the good thing about it is that if you're, let's say an apartment is $50 per night, obviously all depends if the electricity is included or not, but you can save a lot of money because if you hire a taxi normally per day, the taxi will cost you, let's say, $100 per day, or let's say $10 to $15 per ride. So then it will add up to, let's say, $70, $65, and you can save that money as well.
It's all about saving money.
Yeah, it's like that, saving money.
But the real important thing is when you have rental income and you have clients coming in, they want everything that's right outside their door.
Yeah.
If they don't have to take a taxi and everything is within walking distance, the homeowner is going to make the most profit. And that's what it's all about. When we're looking at the sweet spot in Sosua, let's say somebody wanted to buy a rental condo, because it's mostly condos in this part of town.
Yeah. What
are the top 3 places you would recommend?
The top 3 places is like you wanna do like condos name or locations name.
Whatever you feel comfortable doing. I don't think we can go wrong.
Yeah, for example, you can go where's the Margot restaurants, there you have condos, where is the City Hall as well, and where is Club Residencial. That's that spot over there. That's the sweetest spot because, well, in Sosua, going like towards the beach, there are like few buildings that are not like condos, you know, they're just buildings that they put apartments in. But you don't know too much about those places because they're not like, they don't have a name yet. So maybe that could help.
I get asked this question all the time. John, I want to do what you do. Where should I buy? And I don't like seeing people waste money,
Yeah.
make a bad investment. I think that one of the best bangs for the buck are predominantly three places.
Mm-hmm.
El Neptuno,
Yes.
great place, well managed, has super rental history.
Yeah.
The garden condos where I was an original owner because now you manage my own condo.
Yeah.
That's how we met. And I sold my condo from the guy that I bought my villa from. Manning took it over, and Manning did a great job on it, by the way.
Yeah, thank you.
And the other one for me is club residential. I think club residential is just a safe investment. Yeah.
And for those future owners that want to invest, and obviously most of the apartments are like old style apartments, but I think it's the moment to buy something, because you can put, let's say, if you buy a condo for $75,000, $85,000, then you can invest at least $20,000 and you can just flip the apartment. And you will have a great condo and a great return of investment, because now people are looking for nicer apartments, and you will see you will get fully booked.
Great point. When the garden condos came online, we're talking 2009, 2010, right? We've seen transitions, people buying and selling and buying and selling. And even club residential is another great example for this. That's 20 years, 25 years, that's been there. So the amount of original owners, they're at that point in their lives where they're selling and they really haven't done much to it. So I know guys who picked up some real nice deals in club residential from the families of the deceased owner, and they come up quite often.
Yeah, and I got friends, owners, that told me that they bought the apartments for $35,000 7-8 years ago, and now one apartment can cost you $100,000 there in garden condos or Club Residencial or Infinity Blue. In those areas, it's incredible how high the apartments went. So now it's the moment to invest, because then if you invest in 2 years, that same apartment that cost 8 years ago $35,000 will cost $150,000, $160,000, just one bedroom, because Sosua is actually growing, and you will see the difference in the price.
I bought my condo in the garden condos back in 2010. I sold it in 2020 for the same price I bought it. We just didn't have the ups and the downs. And it's real hard for especially Americans to understand, who go through boom and bust cycles. Right now, real estate's having some trouble back in the States. But real estate holds here. Now you're going to get your sales when the individual needs to sell. But as the overall market, you don't see collectively the market drop, 10, 12%.
And the good thing is, if you buy something and then let's say in the future you don't feel happy about it, you can sell it for the same price or higher. So that's the good thing about Sosua, that Sosua is just growing and growing, and you can see it. For example, if you walk, you can see how many buildings they're building, how many new condos are showing up, luxury condos, and when they build, your condo will just go higher as well in price.
All right, let me ask you this question. As a Dominican, the banks obviously give loans to Dominicans. Dominicans are on a building boom right now. There's a lot being. How many are being built with loans? Do you know the answer? Do you know how that?
Well, to be honest, I don't know the exact answer, but I know that a lot of Dominicans are building outside, let's say outside the El Bate, because now in El Bate, a piece of land costs a lot of money. So they just go, let's say, to Los Castillos, Moranata, that they can find a good piece. It's not in the center, but it's, let's say, 15 minutes driving from the center of Sosua, so they can just build a nice property with, let's say, 30, 35, maybe $50,000, a one bedroom house or two bedroom house for that amount of money, because now the location is the money, So if you're not in El Bate, you can build a nice apartment for a cheap amount of money.
All right, you might have to correct me on this, because one of the things I say, it doesn't matter if you're building in El Bate or you're building in Los Castillos.
Yeah.
The price of the construction materials are the same.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know that much about Los Castillos other than where it's at. I got some friends who live there. As far as investing there, I can't really say too much about it.
For investment, is not the great spot. But let's say maybe in, let's say, 15 years, since Sosua is growing too much, maybe a lot of people are coming to visit us. Maybe it can be a good location. Now they're building a residential over there with, I don't know, maybe 50 apartments, something like that, I believe.
You're talking the condo. You're talking the right as you come off the highway, you make the left going to Los Castillos.
Yes.
Yeah, because I remember when they were selling lots there for 10,000 American.
Yeah.
Because I almost bought two of them. I'm like, I don't want nothing to do with Los Castillos.
But maybe if you're looking for a long-term investment, you can, let's say, build, let's say, a small condo over there for long-term renters. So let's say that you're looking, build, let's say, 10 apartments, and you can just have how can I mention, like 10 rooms for $350 if you want it for a long-term income and you don't care because they're just long-term renters.
Do you think there's a market for that?
Yes, there's a market for that because now the locals are looking for that type of homes, because in El Bate for the Dominicans, it's actually really expensive, so now they're actually looking for that type of market. And in case you invest for 15 apartments, one bedroom or two bedroom, you will have a good income.
All right, I got a loaded question for you. When you're looking at the local area,
yes,
let's just say from the airport, La Union,
yes,
to before Encuentro, let's say Perla Marina.
Yes.
Is there a spot that you think is the new and upcoming spot that's really under the radar?
For me, the best spot for like that market is Los Castillos. Los Castillos is incredibly growing, even Maranata, but Maranata, you must go way further in like, let's say 5 kilometers, even 10 kilometers in to find like a nice land, but it's too far. But Los Castillos is the best part right now for like out of the town.
I see a lot of Los Castillos condos for rent on Facebook.
Yes.
A lot of them. Do you think Los Castillos, to me it seems like there's a lot of foreigners who built higher up in Los Castillos. Who okay, so I'm pretty okay. Yeah,
so for example, I have a friend that built a 5-bedroom condo, let's say like that, and he's just rented it for $350, $400 per month, and there's just long-term renters. He doesn't accept short-term renters. He just received the money, and the renter pays all the expenses: internet, electricity, let's say everything, cable, everything.
All right, so we just touched on a really good point. If an investor's price point, somebody who wants to get into the rental market, short term, long term. So if you want to do long term and come in with a different budget, a little lower budget, your best bet is to go outside of Sosua.
Correct.
Los Castillos is the
Yes.
hot spot right now for that. Marianta as well.
Yeah, you also have La Mulata as well. La Mulata is a bit more expensive, let's say $150 more, but it's a secure place. And yeah, because before La Mulata wasn't very secure, but now it's very secure right now. Let's say I even live in La Mulata, you know. And the price, you can find really nice houses, let's say for $500, 2 bedroom, even 3 bedrooms in La Mulata as well.
There you go. So if you're the owner, then you want to make as much money as you can per night. You got to be in Albate.
Yes.
That's where you're going to get the best bang for your buck, but it's also going to have the most expensive outlay of money as well. And the farther you get away from the beach, the less rental income per night you're going to make.
Exactly.
So location is everything. So basically, you got to figure out what country you want to live in, narrow it down to the city you want to live in, then narrow it down to what you want your market to be.
Yeah.
Do you want short term, long term? Do you want snowbirds? Do you want digital nomads? I use the term market a lot, and a lot of people don't understand what I'm saying by that. They think I'm excluding some people, preferring other people. Sosua has a lot of different markets based on nationality and lifestyle.
Yeah.
And depending on who you rent to determines your income potential.
Yeah.
So it's real important to figure that out. So once you get your city, figure out what you're going to what part of the city you're going to rent in.
Yeah.
And I think we should end this video here. I think next week we should talk about we should talk about what size condos have the best occupancy rate, because that goes into it as well.
Yeah.
You know, a 3-bedroom in Los Castillos is going to make you more money for the investment, but a 1-bedroom in Albate is going to be a better rental.
Yeah.
So I think we should really talk next week. Talk about
we
figured it out where you're going. Do you want what size condo, and what are the occupancy rates for that?
Yeah.
Guys, thank you for watching. Welcome to Compai's Expat channel. Please subscribe. Again, if you're looking for places to rent, we got Manuel, The Good Life Sosua, we got Casa de Compai. All the information will be in the description down below. Until the next video.
And comment down below, what do you think, what's the best place for you to stay? And yeah, see you soon and see you next week.
Adios.